Right, I'm delighted to be joined by Jonathan Haggerty ahead of an absolutely massive fight, defending that one Muay Thai World Championship against Superlek. This is a massive fight, a rematch. What's the rivalry like going into this one?
So it's a little bit different with me and Superlek. Um, the respect's there. There's a lot of respect there between us pairs. There's no trash talk. It's just literally pure Muay Thai and a pure fight. There's no animosity. Obviously, when we get in there, there's going to be everything's going to go out the window, and we're gonna try and knock each other out. But I'm coming for revenge. There's not really any bad blood apart from when we touch gloves and get ready to go.
I mean, you mentioned the revenge there. The first fight ended with a cut, if I remember correctly. So, what do you do in terms of the game plan going into this one? Is there much to change because of that cut, or does it stay the same as it would have been last time around?
Yeah, so I've been saying it quite a while now. I was a boy in that fight. I didn't really know what style suited me best. I was literally the traditional Muay Thai, just stand there and play the game. But now my style's completely changed. I'm a completely changed fighter. I'm a man now. I found myself in the organisation, and I know what works and what doesn't work for me well. So we've got a great game plan coming into this one. Um, yeah, we're just here to put on a performance of a lifetime, if I'm honest.
It's interesting because you mentioned there how you were at that stage of your life. And I remember when you came into one championship, it was amazing, right? The British guy coming into Asian territory. I remember you fighting Sam A for that world title, and that was just incredible. The downward elbow. Can you relive that moment for me? What was that like? Especially when you have people like John Jones tweeting about you.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was. Like a whole whirlwind. It all just hit me at once after the fight. Um, the fight was great. It was probably one of the most fun fight that I've had. I mean, it didn't look it, but yeah, it was very fun in there. Obviously coming up against the legend of Sam, been watching him since I was a kid, so I knew all the weapons that he had, and we was very confident in that fight. And to grab the belt in such style, it was just the cherry on the top. But ever since then, we just elevated and got better and better, and won championship just through opportunities after opportunities at me, which I'm very thankful for. And I've just took them both. I've took all the opportunities with both hands, and yeah.
Yeah, you definitely took those opportunities. I mean, just behind you on the mantelpiece there's one of your one championships. Can you tell me a little bit about some of your memories of training in Thailand, fighting in Singapore? What are the craziest stories you've experienced?
Um, Yeah, it's been pretty crazy, the culture. I remember running up and down in Indonesia in the food market. Having to run up and down to train and cut a little bit of weight. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. It's been a great journey. I brought a lot of people with me on this journey, and they're still here with me, which I'm very thankful for. And September the 6th, this is all what it's led up to. So we're excited.
Yeah, it just feels like you're adding accomplishment after accomplishment. You obviously win world titles in Muay Thai, and then you beat Andrade for the kickboxing championship. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so that was a little bit out of my territory, the kickboxing. But obviously, my style is pretty much kickboxing and Muay Thai all in one. So we thought when the opportunity came, we thought we'd be ready for it, and which we was ready for it. And it was a great opponent. He's a great champion. He's the MMA champion. So we knew what we was up against, but we put on a performance of a lifetime again. And yeah, we took the kickboxing belt. So now we've got both belts. We got a massive target on my back, but we have it as a compliment. So we're ready to take on any opposition.
I mean, it's interesting how you have this style that can blend to either of these two sports. I imagine your dad must have played a pivotal role in carving you into who you are now.
Yeah, so obviously my dad is one that's got me into the Muay Thai. I remember after school, he'd wait for me outside the school gates in his car, and every time I'd see the car, I'd be like, "Ah, no, I've got training." But in the park, and I got picked up in the car. I went straight to training from school. So at the time, it was a bit hard. It was a bit hard, But I'm very thankful we're stuck by it. I'm very thankful my mum and dad guided me on the right path. Um, Obviously, it helped my dad having a gym as well, which I was there day in day out as a young kid. So growing up around martial arts was has played a big key in my success. So uh, I'm very thankful.
And it's crazy to have gone from that little kid to a guy who's become a world champion fighting all over Asia, about to fight in America in an absolutely massive fight. I know that one day you're probably going to ring one championship over the UK. There's somebody I have to ask you about, Liam Harrison. Is that a fight you're interested in? How do you think you two gel together?
Yeah, it's been a great journey. You know, we're here now in America. We're coming to put on a great performance for the US fans. I've always wanted to fight in the US, in America. So now's the chance just to show everyone what they've been missing out on. But yeah, I'm excited to bring it to the UK, whether it's the O2, Wembley, or Stamford Bridge, Chelsea's football stadium. Who knows? And yeah, Liam Harrison will be a great opponent. Obviously, the likes of Nico Carrillo would be another great opponent. So either one can get it. So let's go.
And away from fighters, I know you've done some training with some pretty interesting people. I had a look on your Instagram. I saw you doing some pad work with Dizzee Rascal. What was that like? Do you think we'll get Dizzee fighting in Muay Thai anytime soon?
Yeah, I've been training. Disney's been training at my gym for a while now at Kendall's gym, and we always touch base with each other. He's a great guy. You know, he's a legend. He's a good person to have behind me to support me. So he can kick as well. You know, I got him doing like 20 kicks, and I even let him hold the pads while I kicked him as well. So I had to show him a little bit of the power as well. So yeah, he's a great guy. He's a very down to earth and a very very nice person.
Yeah, I can imagine you must be deeply impressed watching your stuff. I've seen you even punching through watermelons. Can you tell me what the technique is to do that right?
You just have to punch hard, mate. I mean, maybe just slice the watermelon a little bit and then punch it.
Okay, that might be the method I go with there.
I
No,
mean, that's
what?
not what I'm giving you a little bit of an easy option if you want to try it.
Okay, so if I try the easy way, that's what I'd do. But if you're an expert like yourself, somebody who's massive punching holes in watermelons, how would you go about doing it?
I'd put the watermelon in the freezer for a day and then I'll it.
No, I want to touch a little bit on football. I read online that you're a Millwall fan, but you mentioned Stamford Bridge there, so I'm not sure where your football allegiances lie. Regardless, I think you'd be class on Green Street. But can you tell me a little bit about your football team and how you think they're going to get on this season?
Wait, for one, Green Sheet is a great film. You know, a great film. But yeah, with the Mill and Chelsea, I'm a Chelsea fan. I like watch. So if I watch the football, Chelsea is who I support and watch. Obviously they're a better team. But Mill is just literally off my doorstep, and it's around the corner. And all my friends go there. All my friends support them. So I go there a few times and give them some support as well. So yeah, I'm a glory hunter, if that's what you call it.
Well, I'm glad that you've seen Green Street because that leads me to another question. Obviously, Pete from Green Street, the West Ham fan, he's quite handy. He knows how to have a fight. So we welcome him into the one championship realm. How do you reckon the two of you would get on?
Yeah, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? It's a competitive fight, but yeah, I think I'll get the victory there. I'll get the victory for sure. If he's listening, let's go.
Well, hopefully we can put a bit of momentum together and put together that Chelsea West Ham fight. Thank you, Jonathan, for
Let's,
joining me. I really appreciate you giving me some time. But before I let you go, is there any more messages you want to give to the fans or anything else you want to speak about?
yeah, I just want to say thank you for always supporting and the continuous support. You guys are amazing. And make sure you tune in to One Championship 168, September the 6th. It's going to be fireworks. Obviously, I'm the main event, so I'm coming to put on a show. It's my first time fighting in the US. So I'm going to leave it in the ring and I'm going to put on a performance of a lifetime, like I keep saying. But yeah, expect nothing but explosiveness and just elbows, really. Let's just say that elbows.